Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Techido. Welcome, Tech. We're going to be starting on a semi-serious note here. So just bear with me while I do this. Welcome, everybody. This is your favorite squirrel, the Mad Salvi, coming here with a semi-serious situation that's going on with the completionist and his 501c3 issue, the charity issue. So we're going to start off with here. He runs a charity for dementia. It's dementia research. It's, dementia is a horrible thing. It makes people forget who they are. It makes people forget who you are. And it degrades the brain to the point where they start getting very scared. It's very complex issue. So he runs a 501c3, which is a charity for because his mother passed away from dementia. And that is very respectable. That is very respectful, and people are giving him money. He runs something every year where he does the charity live stream, where he has indies, big wigs, big names in the game community. Everybody's going in there. Everybody's doing their thing. They're giving money. People give money to the tune of around 100,000 a year or so. They give money, and he is supposed to have spent it on something charitable. That's what the charity's all about. That's what people are giving him money for. But here's one thing that pisses me off. Here, look. This is his 2022 filings. He has $117,000, in case you can't see it. $117,247 put in. As Moonheart explains.
They make $117,000. Then they somehow spend $11,000, but still contribute $0.
Because when you're at a 501c3, every single year, the government wants to know, okay, you've gotten money in. How is it being spent? How is it going out? It should be going out, according to what I remember, 5% of what you go in, minimum per year, should be spent on a charitable contribution. Like, the charity should be spending money going out. And he hasn't. His hasn't. Look, right there, that little thing he's highlighting, it says contributions, gifts, grants paid. $0. He has $117,000 that year that was given to him. $11,000 spent on administrative fees, whatever, filings and all that other kind of stuff that just say they're paying an accountant. $11,000, just say that much. Okay, cool. Not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have is $0 going out. That's fraud.
Dollars at all.
That's straight fraud.
So again, this starts them with $540.
And in the beginning of the year, they have $549,000 in their bank account. $549K in the bank account. By the end of the year, they have $655K in the bank account. It's been that way. They've been amassing money for the past 4 or 5 years like this. But this last year was the one that I wanted to point at. $655,520. Yes, I'll watch yours next, Tech. $655,520. That is how much money they have in the bank. Why aren't they spending it on something related to dementia? Why aren't they giving it to charitable organizations as well, like other research organizations, like research universities, research hospitals, something? Why aren't they doing it? And you know what he said? He said because they haven't been able to find a charitable group that they feel comfortable with. That is BS. That is fraud. I will say it right now. It's fraud. Not in the sense of the fraud of that they're taking people's money and they're running away with it. They're not doing what people have been promised that they were going to do. Since the beginning, they promised that they were going to be giving money to, organizations, other organizations that are research, other organizations to better understand dementia, to help heal and hopefully prevent dementia in the long term. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they said that they were going to do. That's their mission statement. But look at this.
49 and ends them with a whopping $655,000 in the bank.
$655,000.
That seems about right. Indieland is raising $600,000. Obviously, there's a bit more money that they've earned from various other events and more contributions. But the point is, this is still money that's sitting in their account.
That's the big thing. And look, let me go forward beyond all this to what he says.
I knew it was sitting there at a certain point, and that's what made me proactively go about it. Like,
do you know when that point was?
I was made aware in 2021 with the
2 years. Still, by now, 2 years that he knows that it was just sitting there doing nothing. How come he hasn't had anything done in 2 years? 2 freaking years!
Money hadn't moved yet. And that's what made me go, that's not fucking cool. And that's what I got involved to move it. And
did anyone...
Last year, 2022.
Yeah, did anyone tell you that the money was going somewhere before then? Were you being misled?
No. No one told me anything.
Okay, so he wasn't being misled. He knew exactly what was going on.
I assumed it correctly.
But the reality is, if you even knew that, how could you prepare for IndieLand 2023 or anything?
And here's the issue that I have here. They go on further to have more conversations with him. But here's the kicker that I get from this whole conversation thing. He is acting like I need to protect my name. I need to protect my credibility here. He was thinking more about me. How can I make it so it doesn't look so bad on me? At least that's what I got from the conversations I was hearing. I got that it was all, how can I make it so it doesn't seem so bad on me? Yes, I messed up. Yes, he owns up to it. I'm glad that he does. But in his owning up to it, it's like, not like, oh man, I made a mistake. You know what? My fault, my bad. I'll take the L on this one. It's more like, what can I do so that I don't take the L on this one? What can I do so that my reputation is not tarnished? Too late, buddy. It's already tarnished. It's already tarnished. The fact is, you now have sown a seed of doubt in anyone who is ever going to give to your charity in the future. You've sown a seed of doubt. Is it just going to be staying there? Is it just going to be sitting there doing absolutely nothing for the next 20, 30 years or however long they decide to sit on their asses and do nothing about it? Is it going to be doing that? And no, it should never be doing that. So that is the big issue that I have here. I don't want to rant for too much longer, but that is what it is. He is defrauding the people who put money in there because of the fact he hasn't done anything to it. He hasn't taken any money. He hasn't taken any money. The completionist hasn't taken any money with this 501c3 charity. He hasn't taken any money away because administrative fees are normal here. But what he has done is he has not done anything with that money. That money is not benefiting anybody. It is not being given to a charity here and charity there, like $500 here, $1,000 there. No, nothing is being given to anybody. What is he doing to help dementia research in this case? Nothing. And that is defrauding the will of the people who gave the money to his charity. It's defrauding those that felt, I'm giving money because I want to help dementia. I want to help prevent dementia in the future. The completionist mother died of dementia. I want to help so that doesn't happen again. People giving sometimes $1,000, sometimes $500, sometimes that kind of stuff. It is wrong for you to do that. If you don't figure it out, guess what? You have a huge community out there. Be like, hey, you know what? I'm having trouble figuring out how to spread this money around. This lovely money that you gave me. Help me out. Make it public. I would do that. I would take the L if I was a big guy like him. I'd be like, you know what? Community, help me out. Give me ideas of what institutions I can help out with, where I can go, what I can do, and then I'll vet them myself. Give me a list. I'll vet them myself. But he didn't even do that. Luckily, since it's a 501c3, every single year he has to put what he's done and what he's done with the money and everything like that. So he hasn't taken any of it. Luckily. But he is shooting himself in the foot because he will not get money again. Or not nearly as much money again. Because this is out by Some Ordinary Gamers and Carl Jobst. They're the ones who put this out there. I'll put both of their videos down in the description below on the video that I'm making right now. I'll put both of them down in the description below because they both did an amazing job figuring all of this out and putting it all out in the open. But now that it's all out in the open, guess what? No one's going to give to your charity again. Or very few people are. You have hurt other charities as well. This pisses me off because there are people who could be helped. There are people who could have been helped by that. Even $5,000, even $1,000, even $100 goes a long way to help. Because that's $100 that the organization didn't have. And you messed it all up. For what? I don't know, because you were putting your thumbs up your ass? You had your thumb up your ass and you're just waiting there hoping someone else would do it for you? That's just wrong. Okay, I'm going to stop ranting here. I'll leave it at that because I've been ranting for 9 minutes. I'll leave it at that for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think down below because I am very passionate about this because I'm very passionate about helping others and I'm very passionate about being someone who gives to charities and that kind of stuff. It really pisses me off when people do this because it erodes the trust in other charities. Once again, like and subscribe if you enjoy this. If you want to see more deep dives, if you want to see more uncovering people who are doing wrong things, that type of thing, let me know. If you just enjoyed this one, let me know as well. Thank you so much. This is the Mad Salvi. I will be seeing you all on the next video. Thank you. And that was my recording for that one. I don't know why, Nico. I really don't know why. I don't know why they do this. I'll watch yours, Tekido. Like I said before, I'll watch yours in a little bit. I don't know why they do this, Nico. It's very easy to be like, all right, let's see all these organizations out there. There's even a website that rates charities. There's an organization out there that is rating charities on how well they give to others, how, the foundations and charitable foundations and charitable funds and all that kind of stuff. There's even people out there who will rate them and be like, is this one trustworthy? This one hasn't done anything. So they give them an F grading. They give them an A rating. Oh, it's a sad lo-fi girl video. I'll do that. Ow, I got hit immediately with the bitch ball. Thank you, Moe. Immediately with the bitch ball. But yeah, if he wasn't someone who was just sitting on his ass for the past, Nico, it's been like 6 years since his charitable organization has been created. Like I think 4 to 6 years. And they have done nothing with the money. They have done nothing with $600,000 that they have in the bank account now. They started out with $80,000. $80,000. You know how much that can help an organization, a research group who's doing research? It can help them with like several days of research that they can do. It's been like 4 to 6 years that they've done nothing. $600K. They've been receiving $80,000 to $100,000, sometimes more, every single year that organization's been up, that the charity's been up. And they've done nothing with it. That is what pisses me off. That is what makes me sad. And he's a very, very, very trusted person. Oh no! Oh no, Moe! Oh no! Oh no! But yeah, it really ticks me off when people do this. It really does. Because, I mean, you could say the first year, when you just start out, you can say, you know what, we're brand new. We don't know all the big players in this thing. We don't know all the people who could be doing good and bad things here. We don't know everybody. We haven't schmoozed everybody yet. So we don't know how well or how bad this thing's going to go. We don't know how we're supposed to do these things. You could say that. You could absolutely say that. But 6 years? What excuse do you have there? There's no excuse. There's absolutely zero excuse at that point. Now let me watch Tekido's video because you've been patient. I will watch that. You've been patient. Like I said, I'm gonna put this video on my YouTube, and I will put the originals that I'm using the information off of. Hey, Madia, how you doing? I will put all that information down in the description of that video, and because I want people to know. I want people to know how messed up it is that he did what he did. You know? I want them to know that. I want them to know, not necessarily to not trust people, but like, I don't know, maybe go for another organization now. Don't go for him. That's a cool snowflake. Damn, they did a really good job of doing the snowflake. Ah, Lo-Fi Girl. Yes, you're right. It is Lo-Fi Girl in this case, isn't it? Let's see. I thought it was cutting off, but no, it's not cutting off. It's actually a guitar. So that was my bad. That was my bad. I can switch to the female form if you want. I can switch back to the female form if you guys like it more. I can do that. Oh, that's so cute. She's really enjoying herself. Oh my goodness. That's cute. I'll be honest, that's cute. I will switch over then. I'll switch over. And my head is covered. My head is covered. That is cute. And I love lo-fi music too. But yeah, this is... Okay, cool. Oh, that's her mom or sister. Is this somebody important in her life? I can tell already. Definitely someone important in her life. Yeah, that's definitely like a mom. Oh, you can feel the love. You can feel the kindness. You can feel the warmth. It's making me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. You know what I mean? So she's running around. Oh no! She falls on her face. No, that's not cool, man. Man, that's not cool. Little snowman. Frosty the Snowman, gosh darn it. Aw, these kids are freaking Jesus. Kids are so cute. Oh god, they're so cute. It dries up. Aw, she's remembering all the things in the past. Aw. Yeah, when you strike out on your own, you do end up getting lonely sometimes. You do miss the warm times, the fun times, the parents, just the family you had. And yeah, that's tough. Yeah, that is definitely something that I can definitely relate to. I can definitely relate to that feeling. Aww. She sees a snowman and remembers everything. That's very cute. That is very cute. Heartwarming, cute, whatever you want to call it. It is just nice. But yeah, it's heartwarming. It is I definitely can relate to that. To feeling that kind of sadness, that kind of like angst, that kind of thing. Nostalgia does suck sometimes. I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. But it's also good. You're very right. A comic read-along of Scott Pilgrim? I think I can definitely do that. I'm going to have to, like, use my low voice. Yeah, I don't even have a low voice. Low voice my ass! I don't have a low voice. My low voice is not there. It is not there. It is not there. Okay. Watch how creepy the actual avatar gets when I switch over. See, look at what happened to my arms. What happened to my arms? Like, what the hell happened to my arms? That's what happens when I switch over. I can switch over easily on the VC face side, but I can't switch over easily on the Tifa side. The integrated throwing system thingy madoobs. I can't switch over easily, so I have to do this whole thing where I disappear. Nostalgia can. Because nostalgia, what I meant by both ways was nostalgia could be warm and fuzzy, but nostalgia can also be sad. Because nostalgia could be someone that you loved lost, which can bring sadness, but it can also bring happy moments where you're just like you're remembering the happy times that you had with the person you lost, which is what happens when I have nostalgia. There you go. Matt is happy now. Matt is happy now. Okay. I am a squirrel of the people. I'm a squirrel of the people. Except that when I'm in my female form, I lose my tail for some reason. I probably need to just get someone to make me a tail. Scott Pilgrim thing. Let's take a look at the Scott Pilgrim thing. Oh, yeah. All right, I'm going to do this a little bit fast because it is Scott Pilgrim thing. So it is probably going to get copyright struck. So let me see if I can do it a little bit.
He's dominated comics, starred in a movie, brought his way through a video game, and now Scott Pilgrim is becoming an anime hero. Here's what you need to know before watching Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Fans of either the Edgar Wright movie or the Brian Lee O'Malley source material won't be surprised by the plot of Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Per the official description from Netflix, Scott Pilgrim meets the girl of his dreams, Ramona Flowers, but learns he must defeat her 7 evil exes in order to date her. Then things get even more complicated. However, while the quest will no doubt be the crux of the anime, the show will likely differ from the film's versions of events significantly in places. According to a Variety report, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is taking its cues from the source material rather than the 2010 live-action feature. The movie took some creative liberties.
Good. You should always go for the source material. Always go for the source material. Always.
Making a number of changes to the story laid out in the graphic novels. The first volume is adapted pretty faithfully in Edgar Wright's flick, though things do diverge in places, with some scenes cut out altogether. Scott's crusade to take out Ramona's former flames becomes less true to the source material the longer the movie runs, though the fact that it didn't cover everything is hardly surprising. With 8 episodes, the anime series will have a lot more scope to get into the nitty-gritty of the graphic novels, and fans can expect to see a far more faithful adaptation this time around. However, don't expect it to be beat for beat. Wright has confirmed that the anime won't be just a straight adaptation of the original books, telling Netflix's Tadum that the show is, quote, way more adventurous than that. Fans of the film will be delighted to learn that all the cast members from the film have agreed to reprise their roles in Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley is clearly thrilled about the fact that the stars of the film are back for the anime. He told Variety, "We're getting the band back together, a stellar cast, perfectly assembled by Edgar Wright." It was actually Edgar Wright who reached out and convinced his former cast to reunite for the animated Netflix project. The filmmaker said, "I'm more than happy to announce that I have helped coax the entire original cast back to voice their characters on this epic new adventure. You are in for a treat."
You totally came.
Yes, I did totally come.
Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley is a showrunner on Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, and he's splitting the duties with Ben David Grabinski. The pair co-wrote the series and are both executive producers on it. Speaking to Netflix's Tadum, O'Malley made it sound like a real passion project for everyone involved. He said, "Everyone is putting their heart and soul into this thing, and we're having the most fun making it. It's hilarious, it's emotional, it's visually stunning. The action scenes will blow your mind, and there might be a few surprises along the way." This will be Brian Lee O'Malley's debut as a producer on a big series, but Ben David Grabinski has some experience. He's an executive producer on Nickelodeon's Are You Afraid of the Dark revival, which he also helped develop, and the producer on the 2021 rom-com thriller Happily, which he wrote and directed. Grabinski also wrote the Jackie Chan and Johnny Knoxville film Skip Trace, the least known of Chan's handful of American buddy comedies. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is a big step forward in his career, and he's been talking the show up in the press. Speaking to Empire magazine, Grabinski revealed that the creators have been making the most of the fact that the show is animated, taking the action to places that might not be possible with real people. He teased, "There's an extended fight sequence in episodes 2 and 3 that, if this was a live-action movie, would cost more than Avatar. It would be so unbelievably big, and you don't have to think that way. You're not limited." Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is being made by the anime studio Science Saru, co-founded by celebrated anime director and animator Masaki Yuasa in 2013. The company has put out some critically acclaimed shows since then, including Japan Sings 2020 and Devilman Crybaby, both of which were released on Netflix. The studio and the streamer have a fruitful relationship, and Science Saru seems to be very excited to work on the show. The anime couldn't be in safer hands, according to Brian Lee O'Malley, who praised the phenomenal animation of Science Saru in the same Variety interview. He said, "We couldn't ask for a better team for this adventure. We can't wait for fans and newcomers alike to see what we and our partners at Science Saru have been cooking up." Scott Pilgrim Takes Off is directed by Abel Gongora, a relative newcomer to the position, but definitely no stranger to anime. The Barcelona native studied animation and fine art at the Polytechnic of Valencia. He went into animation and worked with some studios around Europe before a new opportunity sent him to Japan. He told El Mundo, "Arriving here was basically by destiny. I never wanted to work in Japan because I knew the harsh conditions they had, but my company in France sent me here with my partner. We made contacts and we stayed." One of those contacts was Masaki Yuasa, someone Gongora idolized for his distinctive art style. Gongora's company eventually brought him back to France, but when Yuasa founded Science Saru and offered him a job, he relocated to Tokyo. He told El Periodico, "Now he is more my boss than my idol, but I still admire him because he has very good ideas." Gongora won praise for creating the memorable opening sequence of Keep Your Hands Off Izoken. After the dances he invented for the characters inspired a bunch of memes. He went on to helm an installment of the Star Wars anime anthology, Star Wars Visions. But directing Scott Pilgrim Takes Off for Science Saru is by far his biggest gig to date. Returning to the franchise to provide the music is Anna Managuchi. This chiptune band did the music for the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World video game, which is still popular to this day. They toured the soundtrack as recently as 2022, doing shows in Los Angeles and San Francisco. On the anime series, Anna Managuchi will work alongside composer Joseph Trapanese, a veteran of over 100 projects. He's famous in the score world for combining classical and electronic elements, and will no doubt be an ideal addition to Scott Pilgrim.
Little known fact about me. I saw Anna Managuchi live because Anna Managuchi was, where the hell is this damn thing? What did I do? Anna Managuchi is did something with Hatsune Miku in Miku Expo, and I saw Anna Managuchi live.
A veteran of over 100 projects, he's famous in the score world for combining classical and electronic elements, and will no doubt be an ideal addition to Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Trapanese worked with Daft Punk to create the Tron Legacy score, and he has plied his trade on a number of big Hollywood movies, including Oblivion and The Greatest Showman. He's also no stranger to Netflix projects, having composed the music for Shadow and Bone and The Witcher. Michael Cera has been experiencing something of a renaissance in recent years, popping up in the smash hit Barbie and turning in acclaimed performances in the likes of The Adults and Black Mirror. The Canadian actor got his big break playing George Michael Bluth in the beloved sitcom Arrested Development, but he didn't become a star until the end of the noughts, with a string of performances in comedies and indie favorites. Superbad, Juno, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, Paper Heart, and Youth in Revolt made him the go-to guy for charmingly geeky roles. Though the part that arguably sums up this